Should I introduce you?
Sure, yes.
I should.
Yes.
So improviser, brand new Trader Joe's employee, photographer, camp counselor.
Camp counselor, yes. Yeah, that's
easy on the eyes.
Near and dear to my heart. Oh,
Can I say?
Yeah. Camp counseling is, yeah, that's my core. That's something I think I would love to do more of, and that was the first time I'd ever been in a teaching position of improv, because I'm so new to it myself, but it was such, it was so mind-blowing to watch them, these teenagers, you know, who are, it was like early in the week that I did the workshop, and they were kind of just getting comfortable with each other, and just watching them make that leap and then just throw themselves out there, and yeah, it was awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the younger kids this summer, it was more kind of all kinds of stuff. It was a camp where you are encouraging them to self-direct and teach themselves how to do things. So there was some art type stuff. I did a lot of work in the animation studio with them, which was like claymation videos.
Wow.
Which was crazy because there's like 4-year-olds making claymation videos.
Wow.
But it was really cool. Have you been to Yellowstone?
No, I've never been to Yellowstone.
Really cool. They have a huge, they call it the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone, I think, and it's that was really beautiful and impressive. Totally Instagrammed it, so.
Did you see like the Old Faithful geyser?
Yeah.
Is that impressive? Or?
It is. So I got to go to Iceland like earlier this year, which was amazing. And then I was in Yellowstone right after that. And so this sounds a bit like, Yellowstone's beautiful and amazing.
But after Iceland,
it wasn't quite as like, whoa.
So Iceland is just, wow.
Iceland is otherworldly. Somebody asked me the question, I forget who it was, but somebody asked me the question, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? And so I like freaked out. Like, it's a terrifying question, because then you have to like really admit to yourself like what you actually want and how afraid you are that you're gonna fail. At least for me. And so then I was like, I think my answer, I know my answer was I would be on SNL, which I think is a lot of people's, like, I hesitate to say that because I feel like when you're doing improv, everyone's like, I just want to be on SNL. It's like, none of us are going to be on SNL. That's fine. Like, but, so it became a thought process of, okay, well, even if that doesn't become the end goal, like how can I start working towards that so that I end up in a place that I actually want to be in? And then I read Tina Fey's book, and she talks about taking improv, and I was like, well, that would be fun, and I have always wanted to do that. It was only then that I realized, oh, I too could take improv classes. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be, you know, already deemed funny enough or already deemed a good actor or anything. If somebody's like, hey, do you want to watch a movie? I'm like, ugh, I don't want to waste 2 hours of my life. And then, even though I like movies, but then if I like want to watch a show, I'll watch like
I'll do that too. Like a movie's too much, and then I'll be on the internet and waste like hours or watch a TV show.
Oh my god! Like, well, I didn't spend 2.5 hours watching some movie, but I did spend my entire afternoon watching a TV show.
It's easier at the little bite-sized increments that you just. It's like the difference between like not gonna eat this big meal and then there's a bag of chips and you're like.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. TV shows are your chips.
Your chips, yeah, cookies or whatever. I'll just take one. Yeah. Or maybe one more. Oh, maybe one more. Yeah. So what kind of ghosts are you worried about?
I don't know that I'm actually worried.
But you.
But I guess I believe in them, and so I'm like, I don't want to.
Don't go messing with the forces.
Don't go, exactly. Thank you, exactly. I love listening to ghost stories, or have you ever listened to Snap Judgment on NPR?
No.
It's like a storytelling show, kind of like This American Life, but it's not reporters telling the story. It's just people. They bring people on to tell a story from their lives that's based on a certain topic, and it's great. And there was one that was all about ghost stories, and I was just like, I was at work listening, just like, this is amazing, because how could you make, like, either you're making this up and it's a great story, congratulations, or you're not making it up and it's a great story, congratulations, you know. So I like went back down into this lodge that we have. There's this big long hallway down to the bathrooms, and it's completely dark because it was nighttime and none of the lights were on at camp because none of us were there. And the camp was actually found completely abandoned. Like there were like old, like crusty, moldy beans on the stove. Like it was, and like places set at the table.
Creepy.
So like it was found as though people had just left, like right then. So there's always like that a little bit in my head. And it just felt like when I was walking through and I had my flashlight and I was like, of course, turning on all the lights as I went, but I was like, this feels, I don't feel alone. And it was fun, you know, I made it out.
And before I forget, because I don't want to run out of battery or film, thank you very much, Kat.
Thank you, Dan.